श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. So today is Sunday. It is 29th of June. It is Ashadha Masa or Vamana Masa, Shukla Paksham and Panchami Tithi. There are no ignorance in the calendar, so we should go into order Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Buddha was speaking to Vidura. So after Krishna, so he has left all his family and then understanding that his family is now completely removed. And he came to the Ashwatha tree and he was sitting under that tree. And then he was very peaceful in his four-headed form. That Shyamavadatam Virijam Prashanta Arunalochanam. Prashanta Arunalochanam. Durbihi Chaturbihi Viditam Peta Kausha Ambharena cha. So in his yellow garments and his normal that four-handed form of the Vishnu. So he is sitting like that. And then immediately Vidura could understand that it is Krishna. And then he also sees that Krishna is sitting posture. It is keeping his right leg on top of the left thigh. And then this is Vamavurav Adisiritya Dakshinangli Saroruham Apasmita Adbhaka Ashwadham Akrusham Chattapipalam. So keeping his right leg on top of left thigh and then sitting on the young Ashwadha tree. And then he looks so peaceful and cheerful and leaving all, even though he left all the homely comforts. Chattapipalam. And then after saying that, Buddha is saying further, so during the Krishna is sitting like that at the time, Vidura, who is the friend of, Maitreya Rishi, who is the friend of Vyasadeva, he has approached the Lord during that particular time by by the Ajnata Sukriti. By fortunately, accidentally he has appeared into that spot, Yadrichaya, by his own perfect accord. So likewise, Buddha was saying to Vidura. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, fourth chapter, and verse number 9. तस्मिन् महाभागवतो द्वैपायन सुहृत्सका लोकान् अनुचरन् सिद्धा आससादाय धृच्छया तस्मिन् महाभागवता. So tasmin, so at that particular time, during that time when Krishna was sitting in that four-handed form in the Syamavadhatam Virijam Prashanta Arnalochanam Durbihi Chaturbihi Viditam Peta Kausha Ambharenacha. At that particular time, when he was sitting in that particular posture under the Ashwadha, Arbaka Ashwadham, young Ashwadha tree. So at that particular time, Mahabhagavato is a great devotee of the Lord. Who is that? Dvaipayana Suhrit Saka. And Dvaipayana is the of Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasadeva. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasadeva. So there are four Krishnas, like our original Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and also Arjuna is also called Krishna, and Draupadi is also called Krishna, and also Vyasadeva is also called Krishna. There are four Krishnas. Sometimes, based on the context, we need to understand. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. Suhrut, and he is the well-wisher, and Saka, a friend of the Vyasadeva. Dvaipayana Suhrut Saka. And then Lokan Anucharan Siddha and Maitreya Rishi. This is the Maitreya Rishi. So he was wandering around the three worlds. Lokan Anucharan, traveling in all three worlds, and Siddhe. So Siddha is in that ashrama. Lokan Anucharan Siddha. So he has got mystic powers as well. Lokan Anucharan Siddha Asasada Yadruchaya. Asasada. He has arrived onto that particular spot where Krishna is sitting. Yadruchaya, by his own perfect accord. तस्मिन् महाभागवतो द्वैपायन सुहृत्सका लोकान् अनुचरन् सिद्ध आससाद यदृच्छया. Translation for this shloka. At that time, after traveling in many parts of the world, Maitreya, a great devotee of the Lord and a friend and well-wisher of the great sage Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa, reached that spot out of his own perfect accord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Meena Mataji to read the purport, please? Yes, Mataji, please.
Maitreya was one of the disciples of Maharishi Parashara, the father of Vyasadeva. Thus Vyasadeva and Maitreya were friends and mutual well-wishers. By some fortunate accident, Maitreya reached the place where Lord Sri Krishna was resting. To meet the Lord is not an ordinary incident. Maitreya was great sage and a learned scholar, philosopher, but not a pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore his meeting with the Lord at that time may have been due to uh, a Ajanata Sukriti or some unknown devotional service. Pure devotees always engage in pure devotional activities and therefore their meeting with the Lord is natural. But when those who are not up to that standard meet the Lord, it is due to the unforeseen fortune of accidental devotional service. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Tasmin Mahabhagavata, Maitreya Rishi is addressed as Mahabhagavata. Maitreya Rishi is addressed Mahabhagavata. But here, Prabhupada is mentioning that, so here, Maitreya was a great sage and a learned scholar, philosopher, but not a pure devotee of the Lord. So that means, what it means here, a devotee means who has rendered devotional service like Madhyashna, Darshana, Puja, Suti, Abhivandanaihi, Bhuteshu Madbhavanaya, Satvena, Asangamena cha. Devotional service among the devotees association. So this is what it is called a pure devotee. Manmana bhavat bhakto madhyadi mam namaskuru mam ye vaishasi yuktayvam atmanam matparayanaha. So this is the pure devotee of the Lord. If you see other sages, so they're also always engaged in different kinds of meditations. For example, a yogi in the Sankhya philosophy who approaches the Sankhya philosophy, there he goes into a secluded place and worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, meditates in the form, and then and then he will go back to Godhead. So that is the yogis. But pure devotees of the Lord, irrespective of that kind of liberation, they do not care about a good time or bad time, or they wanted to go here. So they are completely engaged in the devotional service without caring for achieving the liberation. So that is called the pure devotional service. So on that context, right here, Maitreya was a great sage and learned scholar, philosopher, but not a pure devotee of the Lord. Like the Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, we see that one as a devotee. Okay, so here Maitreya she also mentioned Dvaipayana Saka. Dvaipayana Suhrit Saka. He is the well-wisher and also friend of the Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva and Maitreya, they both studied from the Parashara Muni. So they both are one of the disciples of Maharshi Parashara, the father of the Vyasadeva. Parashara Muni, he is son of the Shakti Muni, Shakti Maharshi, and Shakti is the son of Vasistha. So in Vasistha is the spiritual master of Lord Ramachandra. Ramachandra and Dasharatha, those. See, do you see here? Vasistha, Shakti, Parashara, Vyasadeva. So there are four generations, four, the son, grandson, and then great grandson, like that. So they're all serving the Lord here. So Vyasadeva is the incarnation of Krishna. So this is the sages lineage is coming. Again, Vyasadeva has got Sukadeva Goswami as a son. So Vasistha Muni down to Sukadeva Goswami. Here Ramayana is connected and also Mahabharata is also connected for that sages sages lineage. Okay, so here, so during that time, Vyasadeva and Maitri Rishi, they both have studied under the Parashara Muni. And by some fortune accident, Maitreya reached the place where Lord Sri Krishna was resting. To meet the Lord is not an ordinary incident. This is again, we know that it is called, previously they have performed Jananam Punyakarmanam. Jananam Punyakarmanam. He has done so many of pious activities, it might have been done. So it is not an ordinary incident. So Maitreya was a great sage and learned scholar and but not a pure devotee of Lord. Therefore, meeting with the Lord at that time may have been due to Ajnata Sukriti. Ajnata means unknown. Sukriti is the pious or some unknown devotional service. Ajnata Sukriti. And also here, because Maitreya is going to speak Bhagavatam to Vidura later on. So there are third chapter, third canto, fourth chapter onwards. Entirely, we would see the conversations between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura for 2 to 2.5 cantos. It is so much of philosophy is described by Maitreya Rishi. Okay, so again, because he is come in contact with the Lord, it is not an ordinary incident. And the Lord is going to speak to Uddhava and Maitreya Rishi at the same time. And Maitreya Rishi carefully hears. And also Maitreya Rishi, in the Mahabharata, he also approached once Duryodhana to give good counsel, so that make a friendship with the Pandavas. But Duryodhana did not do so. Again, there Dhritarashtra asked, how can this my children Kauravas can be protected from the Pandavas? Then Maitreya Rishi said, make the Kauravas to make friendship with the Pandavas. That is one thing. And second thing is the Duryodhana becomes go to the forest and serve Yudhishthira. So both things cannot happen. So other and when Maitreya Rishi was saying all these things, but before that there is one incident happened. So the Pandavas in the Kamyakavana, so they are always engaged in the pious activities, having the good association with the sages and Brahmanas, and so they are happily living. And then, but Bhimasena, he was glorifying the Bhimasena's all activities. He has killed some Kinnera demon, Kimmira, a demon called Kimmira. He has killed that demon. And he was glorifying the Pandavas' opulences. Duryodhana was a bit jealous. And then he was simply laughing and then keeping his leg on the floor and then just moving, scratching the floor when Maitreya was speaking at the time. Maitreya, she was a bit angry. And then Duryodhana was just showing his thigh and then tapping his thigh with his hand, saying that I am also great, I am also strong, I am also who is less than, who is greater than me, like Duryodhana was mentioning indirectly through his gestures, through his acts. At the time, Maitreya got very angry, and then he has taken some water into his hand, and then he has cursed Duryodhana as well. That your thigh would be broken by Bhimasena in the battle. So that is already Bhimasena has vowed that he is going to break the thigh of Duryodhana in the Asat Sabha whenever Draupadi was insulted in that Kuru assembly. But now, Maitri Rishi's curse also it has added to that vow. Generally, this is the what happens in the devotees' lives. Whenever devotee is saying that, plus there is a Brahmana's curses or Brahmana's statements, they will come and add more strength to that statements. Okay, so that way they will become perfect later on. The statements will become true. And pure devotees, so that is about Maitreya Rishi. And it is Ajnata Sukriti. So that there also Vyasadeva, before the Maitreya come to that Kuru assembly, Vyasadeva also come and he has also come there and then he instructed Dhritarashtra to chastise Duryodhana and company and then help Pandavas. But later on, when he was not listening, so now I am leaving. But immediately after that, Maitri Rishi is come. He is going to come here, and then he will give some good lessons to you. And then Vyasadeva went, and then Maitri Rishi comes, and all these things happens. So these two, Vyasadeva and Maitreya, they are the good friends. Okay, so that is about Maitreya, just little bit. There is so much. Again, pure devotees always engage in pure devotional activities and therefore their meeting with the Lord is natural. But when those who are not up to the standard meet the Lord, it is due to their unforeseen fortune of accidental devotional service. This is the difference. So pure devotees meeting the Lord is natural, but other like the sages, they come in contact with the Lord. It is unforeseen for fortune of accidental devotional service. Okay, so that is how Prabhupada is distinguishing the difference between a siddhas and a pure devotees. So here Uddhava is mentioning Tasmin Mahabhagavato Dvaipayana Suhrit Saka Lokan Anucharan Siddha Asada Yidhuchaya. So Siddha is the who has achieved some mystic powers. He is also called Siddhas. So in that ashram, there is also Siddhashrama. Siddhashrama is where Kapil Bhagavan he is residing there, Siddhashrama. So where the Ganges River meeting the ocean. I think it could be so during the in the Bengal where the Ganges River meeting the Bay of Bengal. So that is where Siddharth Sharma is there, and that is where I think still he is there. Still, Kapila Bhagavan still is there meditating in his, and he is the Sankhya Acharya. He Sammatai. He is the Acharya of the Sankhya philosophy. Okay, so that is a few points here. Just I got that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. And also with regards to Krishna is sitting on a Ashwatha tree. So Ashwatha, there is in the Vrindavana, there is a Vamsi Vata tree that is called banyan tree. I hope you understand what I mean. Ashwatha tree and banyan. Ashwatha and Vata Vriksha. Ashwatha tree. Ashwatha tree's leaves are like this. So you might have seen, we might see these trees in the Vrindavana and on the holy places like Prayagraj and all these things. The trees are like this. It is like a triangle shape. It is a triangle shape and it is very auspicious. Okay, and then it does not have what is that called? I think something like the roots hanging from the branches. It may not have that many, but we do not see such kind of things exist. But whereas a banyan tree, this is the banyan tree. It is the Vatavriksha. So this is the banyan tree. It grows very huge and goes into acres and acres of. It occupies that much uh, area. This is Vamsi Vatavriksha as well. So that is one Vamsi Vatavriksha, and in the Bandira one there is another Vatavriksha is there. These are Vatavrikshas. They are banyan trees. Banyan tree is different, and people tree. So people tree is the Aswatha Vriksha. People tree. So this is the people or Ashwatha. Okay, so this people tree does not have the roots coming from the branches. That is the difference. Banyan tree has got some roots coming from the branches and it will support the branches and to extend further and further and occupies a lot. That is the banyan tree. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam and just to distinguish what is the Ashwatha tree and what is the Vatavriksha. And there is also in the Prayagraj there is one of the Vatavriksha is there.
Yeah.
What is that name, Mataji?
Yeah, it was what looks. Yes, I also forget, but yeah, I went there is very big tree, like and there were this Ram and Sita,
Yes,
and okay, yeah, since there is so many years old.
yes,
Mm.
that is Vatavriksha. And these Ashwatha trees, there are so many wherever we go in the streets, in the roads, next to the roads, there are so many of these Ashwatha trees. They're all Ashwatha. Okay. Sometimes we see because Western disciplines of Srila Prabhupada, they have translated these things. They may not recognize or they may not, those auspicious trees are not in this Western world. They are in the uh, Asia mostly, so especially in India. Okay, so that is from about the trees perspective. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam, please. Okay. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Sudama, September 17th, 1970, Calcutta. Okay, can I request Meena Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna. My dear Sudama, please accept my blessing. I beg to thank you for your nice letter dated September 14, 1970, and I have noted the content. I was very much hopeful about the house, but you have not got it. Do not be worried. Krishna will provide you with a better house very soon. Regarding the quotation, it appears to be cheaper, but there is no mention of the quantity. So in your next quotation clearly states the quantity. In India, from the very moment we step down from the airplane, there is good propaganda work going on. We are following the same principle as in the USA by sending Sankirtan party, and it appears to be very successful. We have had many meetings and still we have got many engagements, and the functions are going very nicely. The boy Bruce is improving and becoming more interested. He has now sacrificed his Harish for Krishna. That is a good sign. I hope the methodical methodical way you are conducting our Tokyo temple will improve more and more, and there may not be any more poisonous effect as it happened in the past. Kindly let me know at least once in a fortnight about your nice actions. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your able well vessel, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any um, points, Mataji, to highlight?
So here Prabhupada was saying that they want to and they want some like to Sudama saying that he was first of all thanking his nice letter, and then he was they want to purchase some house, but somehow it was not happen. So he said, "Do not worry, Krishna will provide better house in very soon." So yeah, Prabhupada is, and then secondly here. Uh, and then they said like there was something they are um, purchasing, but they said it's cheaper, but its quantity is not there. It's not mentioned about the quantity. So they want like Prabhupada wants like about the quantity as well. Mm, mm, good. So yeah, and then mm, and then he's saying that there was a Sankirtan party in US is very successful, and then they had a meeting and engagement, and there was a function was very nicely was done, and then everything was like improving, becoming more interested. But I don't know what that hair is for Krishna. Yeah, I'm not sure what that hair is means. But and then Prabhupada is saying that he's maintaining like Tokyo temple very nicely, and then everything is improving. So it was really nicely, and there was something past like we have read previous letter. There was something happening with the sannyasi, but uh, so it was nice. Now everything is improving. So uh, and then he also asking him to update him, like Prabhupada asking him to update every fortnight and what action and what you are doing. Yeah, so that's something is written here. So yes, Prabhuji, that's something I have.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely summarized. Any other comments, dear devotees?
What that has HAIRS?
This one, Mataji.
Yeah.
This shaving the head.
Huh?
He's,
Okay.
he's shaving the head.
Oh,
He's
oh,
offering this hair to Krishna.
okay, sacrifice his hairs. Okay, hairs for Krishna.
He's
Okay.
just keeping the shikha. So when we go to the temple, for example, Tirupati Balaji temple, so there we just we sacrifice all our hair for Krishna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? So that is, we don't do it for our sake. We just sacrifice for Krishna's sake. Whatever we do, we just link it with Krishna.
So did they use for this that hair? They use somewhere?
I think, but that is our job is done. But later on, they have got their arrangements that they may be sending to some pharmaceutical companies to prepare some medicines like that.
Okay. With the hair.
Yes, with the hair.
Uh-huh. Okay.
There was a hair factory as well. Which was within the nearby, within 30 kilometers range of the temple. There is one which is also nearer to my place, my home village. So that factory, it does something, but
Okay. Mhm.
so they will buy tons of this hair and do something. If it is a long hair, they will send it to the some shops like that.
Mhm.
Those people they will do it in the kind of a uh, what?
Wig. They wig or something in hair. Somebody don't have hair, they put their wig. What do
Yes,
you call
yes, yes. They will sell the hair in the auctions and then use that Lakshmi again in the service of the Lord.
Yeah, because in Tirupati Balaji, so many of them are just sitting, putting their hair like, yeah, just different.
It's a good thing.
But Prabhu, that is Hare Krishna Prabhu. So why they only the Tirupati Balaji temple they say they have or not only the temple? If there is a reason behind the Tirupati Balaji only?
I think so much. I think so. I think, there is a story behind it. Why? Um, I think the Lord has got some hair fallen, and at the time devotees wanted to give this hair something like that. There is a story. Um, so just what is the story behind the people get their head shaved when they visit Tirupati? So just trying to find is that. So I think there is one story. A small popular story is there for this one. I don't know, but what how far it is true. I have not seen the scriptures, so that's why I'm just saying that one. When Lord Shri Venkateshwara or Mahavishnu Balaji was inside the snake and hill on Tirumala, one sacred cow used to come and give milk to the Lord daily. That is, the cow is Lord Brahma, took the form as a sacred cow. When cowhead man at once saw the sacred cow pouring milk in that snake and hill, he became angry, and without understanding the truth, the coward man took the axe and then he has hit the cow on the cow's head with the axe. The Supreme Lord Sri Venkateswara, who was present inside the snake hill, received the hurt of the axe on his head from the cowhead man instead of cow getting hurt. When the Lord received the hurt, that wound of the axe on his head, the portion of his hair on his head disappeared due to hurt by the axe. When the mother Neela Devi saw Lord being hurt on his head, she immediately removed the hair from her head and placed it at the Lord's head, in the portion where the Lord was hurt. Immediately Lord became well, and Lord's hair reappeared as beautiful as before he was hurt. Lord Venkateswara or Vishnu, knowing that hair is one of the beautiful features of women, Lord Venkateswara promised that his devotees will shave hair of their head and dedicate their hair to her, Neela Devi. Neela Devi accepts the hair sacrificed by devotees of Lord Venkateswara, and Lord blesses his devotees who sacrifice their hair for the sake of the Lord. This is the reason why devotees tonsure or shave their head in Tirumala.
Okay, Prabhu.
So again, there are also spiritual reasons like tonsure or shaving hair as offering for Lord represents a real sacrifice of material beauty and giving up false ego in the way of shaving their hair as a sacrifice to please Supreme Lord. Okay, so this is a small pastime. So Neela Devi, she has given her hair to the Lord, and Lord again blesses her that my devotees are going to give hair to you after all of everything. Again,
Yeah, it is like, yeah, so the some ladies also like save their hair over
yes,
in Tirupati. Yeah,
yes,
normally like only men, but on that Tirupati are so many ladies with the like save their hair.
it's nothing. So ladies, they do three knots of hair. So what they do, at the end of their hair, they knot once and then they will cut that knot. Again, they do one more knot and then cut it. Again, one more knot, cut it. Likewise, three knots and they cut the hair. That is Mudamullu, so something like that, 3 knots cutting out the hair. The men, they will shave their head, just keeping the shikha, shave their head. Yeah, that is pastimes. So thank you so much, Mataji. Is that okay, Mataji? Is that Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So I was just why only the Tirupati they used to save their house. So
Yeah.
yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
So when we go to the Matajis, when they go to the Tirumala, they will take the last, the end of this hair, they will make one knot and then the barber cut the one knot and then second knot again similarly and then cut it. Third knot, they will cut it. Likewise, 3 knots. It is kind of a vow they just make for the sake of the Lord. They don't shave their head completely, but 3 knots.
Mm-hmm. I also see somebody say whole, like many of ladies I show.
Yeah, that is complete vow. That is
Yeah,
again,
but that is look. But anyway, still they are sacrificing. So I see
yeah,
many
yeah,
of them in Tirupati.
yes.
Normally, I didn't see that many ladies who save their like completely. But yeah,
Yeah, generally, ladies shave whenever their husband passes away.
yeah, but not anymore. I didn't see that many now. As
Yeah,
only that their boys, like they have if a son, they do that. That yeah, because they don't want to look pretty or anything like that. And after husband passed away, because
that's not good. So, yeah, people are, as long as they're giving importance to the prettiness instead of the dharma, the religious principles, it is gradually falling down. They cannot retain those hair for longer as long as their body maintains it. Okay, so but we have the human life means sacrifice everything for the sake of the Lord, all the materialistic things. Okay, so that is about the health. So here, Prabhupada is mentioning about this. The boy Bruce is improving and becoming more interested. He has now sacrificed his hair for Krishna. That is a good sign. Okay, so thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so that is from Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow is teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So we continue ourselves. Radha Mataji is not here yet. But it will take another few more weeks. And on Tuesday, which is special practice session with Prabhavati Sachi Mataji. And then the rest of the activities going on. Okay, these are coming updates. Uh, and many devotees are participating in the Radha Yatra in so many other ways. And also the devotees, they have contributed Lakshmi towards the Jagannath Radha Yatra in the West Bengal, that village where Vrindavan Das Prabhuji has conducted. Sanchita Mataji has sent that message, and also some photos have been shared in the WhatsApp group. It is all auspicious. So many devotees, they're having prasadam there.
yeah,
And
it's looking so nice to watch that.
yes,
It's pleased that how he's doing very nice. Devotional service with Vrindavan Chandra Prabhuji.
yes, Vrindavan Prabhuji, so he is in the London. His income is not sufficient uh, just to support just one person income is not. It may take us so many lakhs of rupees there to conduct the Jagannath Radha Yatra. So,
Mm,
but somewhere else our devotees got a chance to take part in that one. It is the Ajnata Sukriti.
mm,
So sometimes it comes, we get, and we try to utilize that opportunity, render some service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So devotees, they engage purposefully. They know what is important, what is required. But non-devotees or neophytes, they haven't got any idea. But sometimes they may compassionately give. That is Ajnata Sukriti.
mm. So that was this, like Maitreya Muni was not a pure devotee. He was like Ajnana Sukruti because of the Vyasadeva, isn't it? Like in Part2 we just
Yeah,
read what that means. That
yes, Mataji. So Vyasadeva is the incarnation of Krishna only.
I also heard like that before Maitre, like before not Maitre, before that he was like insect or kida, like, and he was passing, and then Vyasadeva said that, where are you running? And he just said, oh, this is some like bullock or something is coming behind him. So I said, I want to run away so I can I want to save my life. Then Vyasadeva said, why you are just a kid, you was only just insect, why you want to save your life? They said, oh, it is important because everybody likes their life. It doesn't matter who they are. And he was just saying, no, I want to be saved and I want to be run away because it is for me, it's important, And then still that, what you call that, bullock or something came and that kida, that was died. And then he just, after next birth was Maitreya, but he was from Brahman. So I heard that story about the Maitreya Muni.
So, what is the reference, Mataji, for this one?
Sorry?
Where is the reference for this?
I heard from somebody, but I'm not sure. And then in the Parasat Muni, afterwards he get like a Parasat Muni. He was his guru. And then once he's finished his Siksha, then Parasat Muni, as a Guru Dakshina, he asked that I want gold, from Maitreya Muni. Then Maitreya Muni said, how can I give you the gold? I'm also don't have any that money. But he said, no, don't worry, don't just go and I want the gold. Can you please give me the gold? Otherwise I will, just don't talk to me. And then Maitreya Muni was thinking that why Parasat Muni is he's a guru and he doesn't want, why he's asking for the gold? What's the reason behind that? And then he was just thinking that he normally never asks for like gold because he doesn't have anything desire of material things. So why did he ask for the gold? And then he just was thinking and then he just realized that gold means, afterwards he just realized gold means Krishna, he just want Krishna's things, that he's talking about. And then he went to Gandaki river and then get the saligram and present to the this that Guru Maharaj is, what's his name? Parasit Muni.
Parashara.
Yeah, Parasit Muni. And then Parasit Muni, yes, now you have done everything. Is you've done Guru Dakshina and yeah, you're completed whatever. So that was something I heard about Maitri Muni. But yeah, this kid I don't know, but I just heard the story about him. And then because of the Vyasadeva, he's become Brahmana because the Vyasadeva was, when he was talking with the Vyasadeva when he passed away, Kira. And that's why he got another, because he's a Vyasadeva himself is a God himself, and then he get the next birth in Brahman family, and so.
But here, so Vyasadeva and
Yeah, they are friends. They are same guru. So I was not sure that how does that work afterwards. But yeah,
so their
I
friends,
think
they both studied under Parashara Muni. So
yeah.
it
So how?
appears that they are of the similar age.
Yeah, but then I don't know previously what exactly happened. So, but that was, I heard the story, but I have not got reference about that.
Okay, it's when we find some scriptural reference, then we will see. If it is coming from this Ashtadasha Puranas, Upanishads, Garga Samhita, like that, then we take
Mm.
and it's a approved one.
I'll ask. I'll ask. I know who has said that. So I'll ask him that how where is that reference. But yeah. But yeah, because once when I did this purport, then I was just thinking that if we are the one same guru and they are just the same, what do you call it? They are guru. So what do you call? They both having the same guru, so they are the god brother, isn't it? So how
Yeah.
come that will be possible like previous life?
So once we find that one, then we will share.
Yeah. Yes. But this is what we are reading is between Maitri and Vidura conversations right now.
At the moment, Uddhava and Vidura.
Uddhava, yeah, Uddhava and Uddhava and
Uddhava and Vidura. So,
so,
Uddhava, he speaks in a summary way to Vidura. Vidura wanted to hear Krishna Katha from Uddhava. Uddhava is a friend of Krishna. But Uddhava says, so Krishna asked me to go to the Badrikashrama.
mhm,
And then he remembers Krishna and then he leaves to Badrikashrama. And then later on, Vidura, he goes and Uddhava says, when I was present with Krishna, Maitri Rishi was also there. So, it is better you go to Maitri Rishi and hear from him. He would repeat the same thing. And in the age, so he is elder than you. And I am like your son. Likewise, he says to Vidura, and then he goes. And then Vidura, he goes and meet Maitri Rishi, and then so much of conversations takes place.
mm. So like here when we reading this purport last just now, so that purpose was mentioned that that Maitri Muni like see the Lord was sleeping like under the tree. This way he met the Lord like that.
The Lord was sitting there, so Ashwadhamu. So he was sitting his sitting posture, check against young banyan tree, his right lotus foot on his left thigh, and although he had left all household comforts, he looked quite cheerful in that particular time. Tasmin Mahabhagavata, then at that particular time.
So Maitri have met him, Krishna.
Yes.
Particular time. Okay.
So here, first Uddhava goes to Krishna and he was speaking. At that time, Maitreya also comes there, sit next to the Uddhava.
Okay.
So
So he
Krishna,
just telling the story about the Maitri to Uddhava. Like
so
like not yeah. Not Uddhava to Vidura. Uddhava is telling story to Vidura.
yes. So Uddhava is
About
saying,
matrimony.
yes. Uddhava is saying Vidura, oh Vidura, when Krishna was sitting there, I went there and then just talking to Krishna. At that point of time, Maitreya also come and he has sit next to me and he was also quite interestingly hearing the conversations between Krishna and myself.
Okay. So how come it's not a pure devotee? Like why is mentioned here? Matrimony was not pure devotee.
Devotee means engaged in the devotional services, going to the temple with all the fruits, flowers, and every day without any deviation, and then do bhajans and then some service. This is the pure devotees means.
Mm-hmm. So Maitri was not like that?
So this is Maitreya. No, Maitreya is a sage. Sage means he is a learned and a scholar. He is a learned scholar philosopher. And once he learned it, and then he goes into a secluded place and meditate on that knowledge, what he has attained, and then engage himself in the austerities and penances.
Mm.
Okay, but not a pure devotee. Pure devotee always engage in the devotional activities. Therefore, meeting with the Lord is natural. So, what is the activity? Early morning, wake up early in the morning, go to the Mangalacharan and do the bhajans and Guru, Guru Pranama, Guru Mantra, Guru Ashtakam. So these are done and then Hare Krishna Maha Mantra later and take some prasadam and then again preaching activities and then come and take some rest, again do some bhajans, and then again in the evening, Mangalacharan, and likewise every day some preaching, Bhagavatam Katha. This is the pure devotees activities. But scholarly, some philosophers, like the sages, their activities are a bit different. So, like the early morning, as soon as they do the achamanas and then they engage themselves in the austerities and penances, go into the meditation. So in such a way, their activities are a little bit different, yogis and sages.
So afterwards, once he meets the Krishna, he become pure devotee because Uddhava have asked Vidura to go to the Maitri Muni and heard about the Krishna. So, so, so afterwards he become a pure devotee of the Sukriti and Maitri. That's why, because
Similar-
otherwise, how do you know Krishna? He know about the Krishna everything. Maitri
Yes.
Muni.
So here, to become a pure devotee, he must be engaged in the devotional activities. So here he has been sitting and hearing Krishna Katha with Uddhava, and when there Uddhava and Krishna are conversing, Maitri, she was sitting and Shravanam is happening, one of the activities of the devotion service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasim, Atma, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. All the nine kinds of activities. So there he was attentively hearing a bit of association with Krishna and Buddha. He has heard everything from Krishna. And later on, he speaks the same katha to Vidura. And because of speaking Krishna katha and hearing Krishna katha from Krishna directly and association with Krishna for some time, so he has got some devotional service, engaged in the devotional service activities. So that is what it is, devotional activities. But pure devotees, their life itself is the natural. Everyday morning, this Mangala Sampayas, everyday activities are routine, engaging in that. Yena nimitta nimittena dharmena aradayan harim. Dharmena aradayan harim. As a matter of duty, worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's all. That is a natural inclination towards services. But sages, they have got different things. Yadrichaya, and always engaging the ashramis and penances. They don't meet any other people and in a secluded place and perform yajnas and sacrifices. Likewise, in the auspicious occasions, they're always engaged in that services like that. So to become a pure devotee, we need to see further what is the after he spoke Bhagavatam to Vidura, and then Vidura has left there. And then what about Maitri Rishi? What he has done after that? And so those things we need to consider whether he is a pure devotee or not. Of course, when he is speaking Krishna Katha means
The pure
uh,
devotee.
pure devotee. So that is what we understand. And later on, after that speaking is done, whether he is again engaged himself in the chanting, following the regulative principles, performing yajnas and astanas and penances for the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Then that pure devotional service remains eternal. That is the natural one. Otherwise, it is unforeseen fortune of the accidental devotional service, who are not up to the standard meet the Lord. It is due to unforeseen fortune of accidental devotional service. Okay, so that is the difference. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we shall move to the next part. It's the Ramayana. Um, it's
Yes,
three.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Okay, so in the Ramayana, uh, here Bharata is now planning to go to the forest to meet Ramachandra, Lakshmana, and Sita Mata. And then, so this is the chapter. It is the Ramayana second part, and then fourth chapter we shall bring Rama back. So this is the Bharata's determination. So Bharata was planning like that, and the Vasishtha Muni approved the plan of Bharata, and then Bharata ordered all his men to just prepare everything. So all the attendants. They are making the roads and preparing. Even they have constructed the Vishnu temples along the road. They have prepared wells, water drinking wells and ponds, and they have planted the trees. Everything is prepared within a month. Within a month, and then so within a less than month, the road was complete. But someone Sumantra ordered him to have army prepared to leave with all his entourage. And then when he was going with all his entourage, and there Guha, uh, he has seen that Bharata is coming with all his soldiers, and he was thinking whether Bharata is bringing with all his soldiers to kill Ramachandra. And then Guha was thinking he wanted to protect Ramachandra. So one thing, if you reflect, what is Guha? Guha means it is some of the names are very person names, and also it is um, Guhasaya. This is one of the statement Lord Shiva mentions to Sati Devi. Prane parasmai purushaya chesa Guhasaiva nadehemani. Is the Guha is the heart. Guhasayaya. Uh, that is, the Lord stays in the heart all the time as a super soul. When we are offering obeisances to other people, then we worship to the Supreme Lord, not for who is residing in the heart. And the Rama is the pleasure potency, and Guha is protective of Ramachandra. One of the names. This is the tattva goes behind, but here outside the katha is going on. Inside the tattva should be reflecting our intelligence. So Guha had seen Bharata's approach and said to his counselors, "This huge army appears like a sea without any shore. I see in distance towering banner bearing the emblem of Bharata. Surely has come here wishing harm to Ramachandra." So now Guha wanted to protect. So now Guha, he is also devotee of the Lord Ramachandra. And then he has made his arrangement. If something comes up, then he prepared all of his men to keep ready, and also because he is having the boats, and also whenever he is carrying all these soldiers while crossing the Ganges River, if understanding the intentions of Bharata, if their intentions are not good, and if their intentions to make Ramchandra harm, then what we shall do? We will sink all these boats in the Ganges River, and we know that swimming, we will cross this, and all these people will die in the water. Likewise, he has planned. Okay, so we shall see how Guha is planning. Now, uh, Bharata with all his entourage and camp is coming there. Okay, so we shall read from here. What else is going on in the all things keeping Ramchandra in the center point. Okay, so Usha Mataji, would you like to take the turn first? Yes, so we shall go in a sequence alphabetical reverse order. Usha Mataji, Meena Mataji, and Gauringi Mataji to read a page of paragraphs. Usha Mataji, would you start reading Mataji? Ramayana? You are on mute, Mataji. So Usha Mataji is not immediately available.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Okay. You have to read Mataji.
So, shall I read, Prabhu?
Yeah, from the Guha to the fourth paragraph.
Guha had seen Bharata. Yeah. Guha had seen Bharata approach
and said to his consolers, "This huge army appears like a sea without any shore. I see in the distance a towering banner bearing the emblem of Bharata. Surely he has come here wishing harm to Ram." Guha thought Bharata intended to kill Ram in order to establish his unchallenged right to the kingdom. Seeing the tremendous number of people accompanying Bharata, he felt fearful. "I think this prince will either bind us with chains or kill us, finding us entirely devoted to Ram." Guha continued, "Have our men stand ready with weapons and clothes in mail. The boats should each be filled with 100 warriors and should wait on the other side of the river. Rama is our Lord and Master, and we should do whatever is in our power to assist him." Guha decided to go personally to Bharat and discover his purpose. Taking various sweetmeats and fruits as an offering, he went with his chief ministers towards the prince's tent. As he approached nearby, Sumantra saw him and informed Bharat, "Here comes the Nisad king, Guha, accompanied by 1,000 of his men. He is Ram's friend and he knows well everything about the forest. O noble prince, you should allow him to see you, for he will surely know Ram's uh, whereabouts." Bharat, Bharat immediately gave order that Guha be shown into his tent. He came before Bharat and humbly bowed down, saying, "This kingdom is yours, O prince. As Ram's friend, you are my friend and indeed my lord. Be pleased to accept this food stuff and please also stay in my house. Allow me, allow my men to entertain, entertain your army, entering your army tonight, and tomorrow you may leave refreshed to accomplish your purpose." Bharat could understand Guha's mind. He was pleased by his reception and by his devotion to Ram. He spoke gently to the Nisad ruler. "It is pleasure to meet you, dear friend of my brother. We are satisfied by your kind hospitality." Bharata pointed across the Ganges. "I heard Ram went that way. O king, toward Bharadwaja's hermitage. By which route should we proceed in order to find him? O king, should we cross this river or go along its bank?" Guha was apprehensive. He looked down as he replied to Bharata, "Seeing your vast army, my mind was filled with fear. I trust that you wish no harm to Ram. If that it is the case, then uh, my ferryman can take you across the river and show you the way." Bharata reassured Guha, "May the time never come when any wickedness toward Ram enters my heart. Do not have any doubts about me, O Guha. I am there. I am here to bring back Ram to Ayodhya. My glorious brother is as good as my father, and I long to see him again. Pray point out his whereabouts to me, and I shall go and press his feet to my head." Tears sprang to Guha's eyes as he replied, "There can be none equal to you on this globe, O jewel among men. Who else could renounce the rulership of the world? Surely your fame will be everlasting. Rest now, everlasting. Rest now for the night, and tomorrow I shall make all arrangements." Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Madhavi. It is a beautiful pastime So Bharata has now come, and Guha wanted to understand the purpose of Bharata. And also, Guha was mentioning that I wish, I trust that you wish no harm to Rama. So he mentioned his doubt, and immediately Bharata, he was a bit perplexed in the sense, uh, may the time never come when the wickedness toward Rama enters my heart. So this is again Bharata is, see, Bharata, he is carrying so much of weight on him. Now because of his mother, Kaikeyi has done something. So as soon as he came from the Kaikeyi kingdom, first of all, he had heard the bad news, and then the Kaikeyi's bad intentions and the Mandra's plans. And later on, whenever he were going to Kausalya Mata also, immediately in her grave, she was also saying Bharata. He is taking so much of heavy on his heart, hearing all these things from different um people who are associated with Ramchandra. Now, later on, Bharata, it was a bit challenge even to convince all the ministers and all these people, but later on, everyone understood that Bharata is a pure devotee of the Lord, or well-wisher of the Ramchandra. And then later on now, he is coming to Guha while passing through. Again, Guha is asking the same question to Bharata. So now Bharata's heart, it is getting very heavy and heavy. But so he is mentioning, so any wickedness, so may the time never come when any wickedness toward Rama enters in my heart. Do not have any doubts about me. Bharata is taking on same words again and again, mentioning that my glorious brother is as good as my father, and I long to see him again. Pray point out his whereabouts to me, and I shall go and press his feet to my head. So this is the mood of, and as soon as Guha hears, tears sprang to Guha's eyes as he replied, see, this is a devotee of the Lord. They're all, mm, see, there can be none equal to you on this globe, O Bharata, O jewel among men. Likewise, he appreciates Bharata later on. He appreciates. This is the our the nation, the country, the Bharata. Bharata Desha means it is the place where the sacrifices happen. It is not throughout the world. Everyone, if you go in this for outside of your home, why not outside of home? Inside the home itself, everyone demands, if you do this one, I will give you this one. If you don't do this, I don't do this. There is no love, no sacrifice at all. And what to speak of outside, unless you just spill your pocket with the money, you don't get anything. That is this country. There is no sacrifices happens. But in India, so here the sacrifice is a naturally coming from the everyone's heart. It comes from the heart. They know that these material things, they are not permanent. Who else could renounce the rulership of the world? See, to become a politician, everyone fight. They kill each of the family members itself. Even there are some, we cannot trust anyone, the family members. For example, Aurangzeb, he has put his father Shah Jahan in the prison to get the rulership. See, a child does to the father such a cunning nature of this politics. But here, Bharata is renounced the rulership of the world. So surely your fame will be everlasting. Rest now for the night, and tomorrow I shall make all arrangements. So this is Guha is mentioning to Bharata. So Bharata is always glorious. He carries so much of weight. Later on, it is not yet, it is just a start. Later on, next 14 years, he will just live just like as Ramchandra lives in the forest. He matted his hair and live like a sage, live like a ascetic person in the Nandigrama, which is outside of the Ayodhya, and then keeping the that footwear of Ramachandra, the sandals and the throne, and he rules on behalf of Ramachandra. And every day he report all the updates of the country to that sandals. That is the austerity, and his food and his habits. He cook the food in the cow urine and eat it. How austerity it is. So it is more heavier for Bharat as well. So for Ramachandra or Lakshmana, they have got different things. But Bharata, even though he is among the people and ruling the country, his austerities are unparalleled. Okay, so the way see further. Okay, can I request Meena Mataji to read a couple of paragraphs further, please?
Hare Krishna. Um, Buddha took his
Yes.
leave from there. Yes, yeah. Guha took his leave from Bharata, and the prince laid down to sleep. Thinking of Rama, he was seized with sorrow. Perhaps he would not be able to find him. Many months had passed since Ram had left. Who knows where he might be now? Bharata was unable to sleep. He was oppressed with an agony which weighed, weighed upon him like, like, like a heap of rocks. Having sight, having signs, Bharata tossed around, immersed in thought of Rama. Gradually the dawn, uh, gradually the dawn approached, and as the sun rose, Guha returned. The forest king spoke again to Bharata. He described how Rama had spent the night there, and then mating, after mating his hair, had left for the deep forest with Lakshmana and Sita. Gua indicated the way they had gone. Hearing how Rama had matted his hair, Bharata became apprehensive. Surely Rama would not now return. His resolve to remain as an ascetic for 14 years must be firm. Seized with such thought, Bharata all of a sudden fell to the ground, saddened at heart. Satrughna raised his brother, who sat shedding tears. Kausalya and Sumitra quickly approached him and spoke comforting words. Bharata recovered his composure and said to Guha, "Tell me everything about Rama. What food did he eat? Where did he sleep? What did he say?" Uh, Guha told Bharata how he had offered Rama many excellent cooked foods, but Rama had refused them, saying, "It is never the duty of rulers to accept charity. Indeed, we should always give charity to others." Guha explained how Rama had drunk only water and then had slept upon a bed of grass laid out by Lakshmana. Lakshman. Bharata asked to be shown the place where Rama slept, and Guha took him to the foot of the tree where the bed still lay. Being it, Bharata loudly exclaimed, "Alas, how could it be that one such as Rama should lay down on a bed of grass? He was ever accustomed to sleep at the top of high palaces, in rooms with golden floors spread with the finest rug, having always been awakened by the sweet strains of music and song. How is he now roused up the roar of wild beasts?" Bharata lamented at length as the reality of Rama, exile and ascetic like life struck him. The injustice was insufferable, insufferable to Bharata, and it was made even more excru- excruciating, excruciating by the thought that he was the cause. His he wise was filled with pain. This is truly incredible. Incredible. I cannot be real sure I am dreaming. I am dreaming. See here the strands of gold left by Sita where she lay on the grasses. He her delicate limbs pressed into the hard ground. I am ruined indeed, for it is on my account that all this has happened. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely, right? So here, one point. So Guha, so he spoke to. So one thing, Bharata was when he was sleeping, all his thoughts immersed. So Bharata tossed around, immersed in thoughts of Ramachandra. So in the night time when we sleep in the night times, not only Bharata, we are also Bharatas who took birth in the Bharata Desha, they are Bharatas. Okay, we are also Bharatas. When we are immersed in the thoughts of Rama, to wake up early in the morning, and then what we do? Wake up early in the morning and enter into the early in the morning, take bath and then cleanse ourselves and enter into the temple room. So this is Radharani and Krishna. So we need to wake them up and then offer our obeisances, Mangalacharan, doing those things. And then activities follow in that day. Okay, so this is Bharata's mood. Of course, here Ramachandra is there. Rama is always, you just see the story in the front and behind, see also the tattva is going in the heart. So the forest king spoke to again to Bharata. He described how Rama had spent a night there and then mating his hair and left for the deep forest with Lakshmana and Sita. Guha indicated the way they had gone. Immediately, as soon as he has said, Bharata immediately going where Ramchandra has mated his hair, where he has slept, and where Lakshmana has prepared his this grass bed. And then he is thinking of each and everything, and then crying for it, saddened at heart, fell to the ground, saddened at heart. Either this is with happy mood or envious mood or loving or friendship or with the desires of karma. If he is approaching the Lord, he will be purified. Here, Bharata is doing everything, whatever is connecting to Krishna, connecting to Ramchandra. When we go to the Vrindavana, this is the place where Krishna played. This is the place where Krishna was tied up to the motor grinder by Yasodama. And this is the place where Krishna was walking on the beaches of the Yamuna sands, Yamuna river beaches, like Yamuna river, that beach sands, sandy beach, something like that. So, and then this is the Vataruksha where Krishna used to play flute, and this is the Bandiravan where Krishna, and then going to the all places and then just having those feelings awakened within us, the love for Krishna. This is what the devotees, the Bharata is doing all those things, and then all seized with such thoughts, Bharata all of a sudden fell to the ground, saddened at heart. And when we go to the Prabhasa Kshetra, that Ashwadha Adbaka, now it became a very big Ashwadha tree. So going to that tree, and this is where Krishna has departed from this material world. We feel so much of ecstatic feelings. Okay, this is the feelings awakened for the sake of Krishna. And then during the time, Kaushalya, Sumitra, they also approached Bharata and they comforted Bharata. Bharata recovered his composure and said to Guha, tell me everything about Ramchandra. We also ask, if there is any guide coming with us, we ask him, just please tell me the Sthala Purana about all the story if you are not sure of it. But devotees, they are understanding the pastimes of Krishna. But they wanted to hear again to, well, as soon as they are saying, immediately those feelings awaken in our heart. What foods did he eat? Where did he sleep? What did he say? Likewise. And Guha told Bharata how he had offered Rama many excellent cooked foods. But Rama refused all of them, saying that it is never duty of rulers to accept charity. That is one thing, and also he is now to live in a forest according to his father instruction to live on fruits and roots. Fruits and roots. Oh, that is the only thing. It is not the cooked food like a Rajbhoga things. So here Rama is following strictly those vows. And Ramchandra also mentioning that as a king, he need to give charity to others, but not accept charity. So here Guha explained how Rama had drunk only water and then had slept upon a bed of grass laid out by Lakshman. And Bharata to be shown the place where Rama slept, and Guha took him to the foot of the tree where the bed still lay. Seeing it, Bharata loudly exclaimed, Alas, how could it be that one such such a Rama should lay down on a bed of grass? He has ever accustomed to sleep at the top of high palaces, in rooms with golden floors, spread with the finest rugs, having always been awoken by the sweet strains of music and song. How is he now, roused by the roars of wild beasts? So in the forest, as soon as in the morning, in the wild, there are so many birds and so many things. In our villages, we are awakened by the roosters or cocks. This is the cocks, the hen, and they are early in the morning, 5 o'clock, they will make the sounds, kokoroko, something like that, and then come out from their homes and climbing on top of the housetops, and then they will make a sound, kokoroko, and then that is how village people are woke up. But in the palaces for the kings, this is Vande Magana, Sota Magada Vandinaha. Sota Magada Vandinaha. So they will come and they will tell the story of their past predecessors who have followed Dharma, and then their Vamsha Charitra. Vamsha Charitra is like history of their family, how they have performed Dharma, always stick to following, and then they glorify the king to wake him up. Sota Magada Vandinaha. And then likewise, some are then they're called Sota and Magada Vandinaha. So they will say Rajadhiraj, Rajamartanda, Raja Narendra, and then they will say he is coming, oh, something like that. Very beautifully. So these are Sota Magada Vandinaha, those people. In such a way, they are awake up. Uh, these kings are wake up by these people. But in the forest, there is wild animals. How can this Ramachandra been awakened by this roar of wild beasts? Likewise, Bharata is having such a kind of feelings for Ramachandra. Bharata is loudly, alas, he said. Now he is lamenting, everything is because of me. So this is Bharata lamented at length as the reality of Rama's exile and ascetic life struck him. This is not 1 day or 2 days, 14 years. This is 14 years. He has to live like that. And he is now thinking he could not bear such kind of pain. His voice was filled with pain. And he was he thinking that because of myself only, Rama is going through all these things. So this is truly incredible. It cannot be real. Surely I am dreaming. Here are the strands of gold left by Sita where she lay on the grass, these grasses. Her delicate limbs pressed to the hard ground. I am ruined indeed, for it is on my account that all this has happened. So Bharata is lamenting that everything is because of himself. Okay, and then okay, so we shall proceed further. So everything he is remembering Ramchandra and Sita Mata Lakshman and crying and lamenting. Everything is because of me. Okay, so we shall move further. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji, to read a page of paragraphs, please.
From this way, yeah, Prabhuji. Okay. Image of Rama and Sita dressed in forest, uh, arid, um, emiscent due to uh, eating only fruits and roots. Filled, filled Bharata's mind. Filled Bharata mind. Beating his head, he cried out, "From this day I shall wear material looks and tree um, bark. I shall lay upon the bare earth, no sleep, and shall eat only simple forest fare." Bharata become even more determined to find Rama and bring him back to Ayodhya. Staying himself in the forest in Rama's place after spending another night sleeping on the spot where Rama had lain. Bharata had the army prepare in the leave. Guha thought 500 large boats equipped with um, or ornaments and styles. He different his own personal boat to Bharata and his relative. Some boats were filled with women, some with horse, and other with chariot. At the boats played across the river. The elephant swam with the flag on their back, waving in the breeze. Many of the soldiers also swam while their equipment was carried in the boats. Late in the afternoon, the whale part, par, party party assembled again on the other side of the river, ordering them to camp at that spot. Bharata went with Vasishtha and other Brahmins to look for uh, Bha- Bharat Bhajas uh, harmonies. Out of difference to the great sag Bharadeva, Bhara, Bharadevja, whose only with was association. I know, sorry. Association. I cannot pronounce Prabhuji. Bharata approached him wearing only simple clothes, leaving his armor and weapons behind, with Basista at their head. The prince and his counselors went on the foot and soon arrived at the sex harmers. As soon as he saw them at his door, the sack hardly rose and had his disciple uh, feet water to wash that feet. He uh, embraced by Vasishtha and offered blessing of Bharata, who had fallen processed at his feet. Bharadwaja gazed at Bharata, whom he recognized as Rama's brother. The Sikhs know by his own mystic vision that Dasaratha was died. After inquiring about the situation in Ayodhya, the Sikh asked Bharata, "What bring you all this way, leaving aside the one rose business of managing the state because of your mother works you are ruling the world as its on this was uh, monarch. I trust that you have not come here with some um, dark intention toward the signless and perfect Rama. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I read very big sorry.
Very good, Namataji. So nicely read, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So here,
Sorry, Prabhuji, I want one answer. Guha is a who? He is the boatman or something, Prabhuji.
Guha is the forest king and friend of Ramchandra. He also boatman.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Bharata, so now he has understood that Rama and Lakshmana and Sita, they had only fruits and roots. And so they might have been emaciated. So their body, whenever in the nice home and the palaces having nice food and prepared cooked foods with juicy fatty foods, आयु सत्व भला रोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धनाः रस्याः स्निग्धाः स्थिरा हृद्य आहाराः सात्विक प्रियाः. Such kind of nice palatable dishes in the palace they are given, and they were very good and strengthy. But now in the forest, not all kinds of bhaksha, bhojya, shokya, lehya, all fine, and also uh, peya and also kajja. These are six kinds, very hard nuts and then juices, food items with chewing and then just biting and just sucking. So such kind of foods are not available in this forest. Now they might have been emaciated due to eating only fruits and roots. So it filled Bharata's mind. So beating his head with, he cried out, "Oh, from this day I shall wear matted locks and tree bark. I shall lay upon the bare earth to sleep, and I shall eat only simple forest fare." So now Bharata is deviating his plan. He is planning how he is going to live going forward, similar to Ramchandra and Lakshmana. This is very difficult for Bharata. He needs to live in the human or the society, but he has to live like a ascetic. It is very difficult. But Ramchandra, anyway, he is in the forest, and they can subsist as naturally because it is their vow. Now Bharata is also uh, just thinking, planning to have the similar kind of habits, simple forest fare. And Bharata became even more determined to find Rama and bring him back to Ayodhya, staying himself in the forest in Rama's place. Bharata wanted to go in the Rama's place And Ramchandra should come to Ayodhya. That is the desire of Bharata. Oh, and again, he spent another night sleeping on that spot where Rama had lain, and Bharata had the army prepared to leave. Now Guha brought 500 large boats. So you can see here, Guha brought 500 large boats. Nowadays, we can see the boats are carrying the big cars from one country to another country, so many things, and bringing so much of oil from different countries and transporting fruits, flowers, vegetables, and many things. Big boats, cargo ships, like that. Goa had got 500 large boats equipped with oarsmen and sails. He offered his own personal boat to Bharata and his relatives. Some boats were filled with women, some with horses, and with chariots. Chariots are also on the boats. As the boats piled across the river, the elephants swam with the flags on their backs. Elephants swam with flags on their backs. Because if elephant goes onto the ship, then unless it is very big ship, then that ship cannot tolerate the elephant's heavy weight. So it looks elephants swam with the flags on their backs, waving in the breeze. Many of the soldiers also swam while their equipment was carried in the boats. So it was mentioned in the past, in the history of Bharat Desha. So maybe a few hundred years back, India used to have all kinds of huge ships. It was the number one in the world, and they used to carry all spices and so many of items for business purposes. Travel to across different continents, and then make business and come back home with so much of gold and coins and everything like that. Later on, the British Empire has seen all these things, and they have put so much of things like the taxes. You should not design any more ships at all. And gradually, so the workmen who were preparing all these boats and ships, and they used to kill such kind of people, the skilled engineers who are making like that. This is the British people. They have made so many things like that, atrocities and killing the skilled people. They have not only those things, even in the recent 100 years back as well. If they think that he is a skilled person, they do not want some other country to have that skilled man. So they kill somewhere or other, poison them, kill them. If he is a good ruler of the country, kill them, poison them. So likewise, we have seen so many things. But one such kind of ships were made by the skilled ship maker engineers. So that is very, it happens on the platform of greediness. Okay, so now here Guha is having such kind of big, large ships, large 100 boats. But nowadays, of course, the modern technology has given an opportunity to again prepare all big ships. This is the modern way. But and also they are running with the petrol or something like that. Before that, it was not, there was no petrol, and they were having their own way of arranging how to sail those boats. Okay, so this is now here Guha's boats are just making all these soldiers and women and chariots cross the Ganges River. And so in the late in the afternoon, the whole party assembled again on the other side of the river, ordering them to camp at that spot. Bharata went with Vasistha and other Brahmins to look for Bharadwaja's hermitage. So this is again Bharadwaja's hermitage. So previously Ramchandra also went and met Bharadwaja, and Bharadwaja, when he requested Rama and Sita Lakshmana to stay at his ashrama, and Ramchandra mentioned, "Oh dear sage, so this is your ashrama is nearer to the communities outside. They can easily reach me, but please help me to point out some kind of ashrama or place to live where no one can reach me." So likewise, later Bharadwaja suggested. Bharadwaja knows that one. Okay, so and then Bharata went with Vasistha and other Brahmins to look for Bharadwaja. So here, look at how he is going. Went with Vasistha the sage, other Brahmins, when he is meeting with Bharadwaja sage. He is not taking all the soldiers and the elephants, horses like that. When we are going with the ashrama, with the sage's ashrama, we need to be very humble and meek and go with the simple and love and devotion and so much of respectful. This is Prashraya Namra Kandharam with so much of humbleness, humility. This way one has to go. So when we went to the Prayagraj, we went to the Bharadwaja's ashrama there. Okay, so Meena Mataji has taken me there. It was so nice. We have seen those all the sages, deities are also there, all great sages like the Atri, Bharadwaj, and of course it is all auspicious place. So Rama has gone there as well to meet Bharadwaj. Okay, so and then out of defense to the great sage Bharadwaja, whose only wealth was asceticism. This is the only asceticism. Bharata approached him wearing only simple cloth, leaving his armor and weapons behind. With Vasistha at their head, the prince and his counselors went on foot and soon arrived at the sage's hermitage. This is the um, proper way to meet the sages. When we go to the holy places, we need to be very simple, not having all luxurious jewels and nice saris and all luxuries or the modern way of showing ourselves. It is not the way. We need to go in a simple clothes and a barefoot walk. This is how we should go. You see, Bharata is an example. So leaving all his armor weapons behind, going on a simple cloth. So he went on foot and soon arrived at the sage's hermitage. As soon as he saw them at his door, the sage hurriedly rose and had his disciples fetch water to wash their feet. He embraced Vasistha and offered blessings to Bharata, who had fallen prostrate at his feet. So this is the right attitude and proper behavior of Bharata when Bharata is being prostrate to the sage Bharadwaja. And here Vasistha and Bharadwaja, they are on the same level and they embraced. Bharadwaj Rishi and Vasistha Rishi, they embraced. And Bharadwaja blessings to Bharata. And Bharadwaja gazed at Bharata, whom he recognized as Rama's brother. And the sage knew by his own mystic vision that Dasharatha was dead. After inquiring about the situation in Ayodhya, the sage asked Bharata, "What brings you all this way, leaving aside the onerous business of managing the state because of your mother's words? You are ruling the world as it is, as its undisputed monarch. I trust that you have not come here with some dark intention toward the sinless and perfect Rama." See now, one more one more heavyweight and Bharata. Bharadwaja Rishi is also asking Bharata. He is taking so many hard words. So he is mentioning what brings you all this way, leaving aside wondrous business of managing the state because of your mother words. You are ruling the world as the undisputed monarch. But Bharata is not doing that. And I trust that you have not come here with some dark intention toward the sinless and perfect Rama. Now, Bharata. So now the sage's words cut into Bharata. Tears flowed from his eyes as he replied in a hurt voice. Even you impute such motives to me, then I am truly ruined. I never approved my mother's aims. I cannot even imagine doing harm to Rama, nor will I ever accept the kingdom. Bharata is now, it is his turn to convince each and everyone about his intentions and what his activities and what he is going to do. So Bharata, wherever he goes, he cries. It is not his intention to rule the kingdom which belongs to Rama. He did not have any intentions to enjoy personally. As Bharata in our What it means to us? We have taken birth in the Bharata Desha. We are not here to enjoy our body for our personal sense gratification. We are here to serve Ramachandra. Rama is the pleasure potency of the Lord. And also the Supreme, we need to serve Krishna and Ramachandra. Shri Shri Radha, Shyamachandra, Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda. We serve them. And then when we serve them, that is, Ramachandra is also there. Sri Sita Rama Lakshmana, Sita Rama Lakshmana Hanuman. So we serve them. Then the happiness automatically comes. That is the natural inclination of a surrendered soul. So Bharata is convincing. So, but here, who is Bharata? Am I Bharata? Likewise, we need to question. And what is my attitude? Likewise. Okay, I shall read one few more paragraphs and then we shall stop here. So, feeling that no one would believe his innocence, Bharata felt despair because even though when Bharadwaj you there, Kaushalya said, that is all right, she may be woman. And then Guha said, he may be forest man. No, Bharadwaja is also, he is a great sage. No, Bharata, he felt despair. He folded his hands and spoke imploringly. The powerful Rama is the true ruler of this earth. I have come here to bring him back to Ayodhya. Falling at his feet, I shall make him return and then remain here in his place. O all-knowing sage, please be gracious to me and show me where Rama is staying. Bharata's sincerity was obvious. The all-knowing Bharadwaja smiled. He placed his hand upon Bharata's head, who sat before him, weeping, and said, I surely knew of your intention and spoke only to heighten your resolve and indeed your fame. You are a worthy member of your royal line, O Prince, and are always dedicated to the service of your elders. Your devotion to Rama is beyond doubt. And now the true thing is revealed. So Bharadwaja the sage is saying to Bharata, saying that, uh, O Prince, you are always dedicated to the service of your elders. Your devotion to Rama is beyond doubt. And here, I surely knew of your intention and spoke only to heighten your resolve and indeed your fame. Heighten your resolve. This is the people of the Bharata. They are meant only Bharata Bhumite Janma Haila. Can someone say that one? Meena Mataji, Usha Mataji. Gauringi Mataji, would you say?
No, Prabhu, don't know. That was the Bengali, right?
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So what is that statement, Mataji? Bharata Bhumite Janma Haila?
Bharata Bhumi Janma Haila.
Yes.
That is we if we born Bharat Bhumi, so very auspicious and very divine, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure,
I
Mataji.
think that,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. So
Hare
this
Krishna.
is Bharata Bhumite Haila Manushya Janma Yara.
Hello.
Janma Sardhakari Kara Parvupakara. So this is the statement that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Bharata Bhumite Haila. So Haila has become in this land of Bharata, whose birth is like a Manushya Janma. Manushya Janma Yara. Anyone who has taken birth as a human in the Bharata land. Janma Sardhakari Kara Paravupakara. And they need to purify themselves and also uh, help others for the benefit of everyone in the spiritual elevation. So here, that is the purpose. So here, Bharata, here, when we are engaging in the devotional service, it is to heighten our resolve and indeed our fame. You are the worthy member of your royal line. O Prince, you are always dedicated to the service of your elders. Your devotion to Rama is beyond doubt. That is now Bharadwaja Rishi, he confirms. Bharadwaja is the great sage. He is the father of Dronacharya. Dronacharya. See again, Bharadwaja is connecting the one side with Ramayana and another side with child Dronacharya with Mahabharata. So that thing says the sages they live for very, very long periods. And Bharadwaja begot the Dronacharya with Grutachi is in Apsara. When he saw Grutachi, so at the time that thing, I think that semen has emanated from his body. So from there, Dronacharya is born. Whenever that semen was captured and saved in a pot, and then Dronacharya was born out of it. Bharadwaja is the father of Dronacharya. Okay, so that is said in the Mahabharata. So here everything is to here Bharadwaja mentioning your devotion to Rama is beyond doubt. Okay, so likewise, how much is there? Okay, so we shall stop here. At the moment, Bharadwaja sage is appreciating Bharata's gloriousness because Bharata is keep on taking some statements and he could not tolerate those things, but still he is crying. And then after that, when the time is passed, then his fame and his glories are coming out of it. So in our life, when we are seeing some kind of difficulties or these things are coming, we should not be perturbed. We do not expect all the time all good things only will come. All comfort things and I have got nice food, a nice bed, all good health and going outside and enjoy. We do not expect all the time it happens the same thing. And everyone cooperate with me for my fulfilling my desires. It doesn't matter. Sometimes they may come, sometimes they don't come. When the hard times, no one cooperate with us, we don't have enough food, and the health is going deteriorated. Still, we are resolved to perform devotional service. Still, we are resolved to perform devotional service. Then our fame will come out. When the ups and downs are going on, if everything is normal and doing things, no one will recognize, oh, everything is good, so he has done it. When ups and downs are there, then still he is doing it, then appreciations will come. That fame and that resolve, indeed your fame, it will heighten, it will be heightened. Okay, in such a way, Bharadwaja is assuring Bharata, your devotion to Rama is beyond doubt. Okay, so I stop there. We shall continue in the next session about this Ramayana. So once that next sloka learning sessions are complete, then we continue this Ramayana every week. So that we will complete this Ramayana as well. Okay, so I request dear devotees, if you have got anything on Ramayana, ask questions, kindly ask questions you wanted to share your experience.
So, like, Prabhuji, here I didn't understand. Like, I surely knew your intention and spoke only heighten your resolve and indeed your fame. So,
Yes,
what that say, Bharadwaj already knew that, like, what reason, as you said, by
yes,
mystery power, he knew about the Dasratha has passed away. So, same thing he knew about that Bharata came to
yes.
Rama too. But then why did he ask that question to him? Like, that you are here for your mother, like, darkness or something, like, before he asked that question.
Yes.
So why did he ask that, to make him unhappy? Or
This is the one. This is only why means this is the answer only. You actually have read the answer and you are only asking the question. This is the spoke only to heighten your resolve and indeed your fame.
mm,
This is so you actually have read the answer and asking the question. If you read the same statement again, So Bharadwaj, you put Bharadwaj before the spoke. I spoke only to heighten your resolve and indeed your fame.
Heighten your resolve means what?
Heighten means increase your famousness in this world.
Okay. And that's why he asked that. He has asked that question to him, Bharata.
He did not ask, he said like that.
Yeah, not fast. That yeah, he said like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he spoke like that.
So Bharata can answer. Bharata can give his his not reflex. His whatever he wants to say. So that's will come out everything, isn't it? That.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this
Because
one.
if he knew about this Dasratha without saying that Dasratha has passed away because of the mystic powers, of course he knew about this Bharata intention as well.
Yeah. So Bharadwaja, so in the coming statements, so we can say about his mystic power. With his mystic power, he just bring all kinds of opulences, all kinds of foods and facilities to accommodate all the Bharata's soldiers and everyone to give nice food and then treat them nice tents, where all those things will be appearing. Bharata made it with all his mystic power. So he definitely knows. He knew, so that's what he is mentioning. I knew your intention. I surely knew that's his intention. But he asked Bharata, why, what brings you all this way, leaving aside the oneness business of managing the kingdom, and now you are the undisputed monarch. It will heavy weight on the Bharata, heavy weight. And then whenever he put the heavy weight, Bharata is now tears are coming, and then Bharata was saying that I do not have any such kind of feelings, inimical feelings towards Ramachandra. He is like my father. And the said, you know everything. Please be gracious to me and show me where Rama is saying. So Bharata is keep on trying to explain his motions. And later Bharadwaja confirms that I surely knew of your intention. And only to heighten your resolve and indeed your fame. Likewise, Kaushalya also knows that Bharata is a good, and Guha also knows Bharata is a good. But for that moment, they are also protective of Ramachandra. Just only one thing. They are protective of Ramachandra, Rama. So Bharadwaja is protective of Rama. So here, I cannot even imagine doing harm to Rama, nor will I ever accept the kingdom. This is Bharata's. And here, I trust that you have not come here with some dark intention toward the sinless and perfect Rama. This is Bharadwaja is saying by keeping Rama is in the center. Similarly, Guha also mentioned. So you have come here not to make some harm to Rama. Guha mentioned. And Kausalya also mentioned to Bharata, saying that so now you have got undisputed kingdom to rule. So this is what Kaikeyi has mentioned. And again, there is Ramchandra. But here, Bharata did not have any of such kind of intentions to make harm to Rama. Every statement we speak, we see the name Rama, Rama, Rama. Everyone are surrounding to Rama. What is Rama? Ramante yogino anante satchanandi chiratmani. Iti Ramapadena so parabrahmam abhidhiyate. Parabrahma. This is Parabrahma. Rama is Parabrahma abhidhiyate. Okay, so one has to always uh, keep Parabrahma in the center, Rama in the center, Krishna in the center. Okay, so in such a way, it is only to heighten. So, like Kunti Maharani was asking all the difficulties in the life, like Bharata is going through difficult times. Difficulties is only to bring their fame, only to bring their fame. Okay. Thank you, Mataji, for asking that one. You have explained a little In your asking itself, there is answer.
I know. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions or sharing? Gauringi
So
Mataji.
he want to, because Bharadwaj said these words because he want to, yeah, just a heighten, so
Yeah.
everybody know this about the Bharata, how is great.
How
That's
glorious.
why, yeah, it's how glorious, how he is attached with Ram, and so by replying whatever Bharata has, whatever in his heart, he just said it, like, so he just want to come out that, so everybody know that how great is Bharata, and that's why Bharadwaj has said this word.
Yes.
Mm.
So the devotees who have, this is again, Bharata Bhumite Haila, Manushi Janma Yara, Janma Sardakari, Paropakar. We are doing devotional service, just we purify ourselves and also help others. And during that time, we are also going through some hard times, difficulties, still we carry out. This is only to bring out the glories of devotional service, and we are part of it. It will bring out our names later on. Of course, we are not intention, we do not have any intentions to get the name fame, but we wanted to serve Krishna. That's all we wanted. But it happens automatically. So thank you, Mataji. Garinge Mataji, do you have got any comments, Mataji? Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji. This we what we um, reading this all of Bharata went to Ramchandra place here forest. He went then this all mentioned about the forest and what he done, what the Shak or Brahmana told him or um, Maharaj Ramchandra and Guha who did help to just no, Ramchandra. Yes, about talking about this. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just I remember that. Uh, Otherwise, nothing, Prabhuji, nothing asking. Yes, when Ramchandra, Lakshman, Sita went to forest, then that time the Guha is a help to Ramchandra Bhagwan. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Many, yeah, everywhere to hear help. Yes,
Yes.
thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Ramchandra, during that time, there is one person, Sumantra, is the minister of Dasharatha, and he was present. And again, this time also Sumantra is present. Sumantra. So you understand what is Sumantra. You know what is mantra? Sumantra. Okay, so we need to have Sumantra is always with the Ramchandra before, and now once he left Ramchandra in the forest, again he is accompanying Bharata. So to show the path and whereabouts and who is he, who is Guha, and then to Bharadwaj says like that. He is present. When we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is Mahamantra. Not only Sumantra, it is Mahamantra. Then we are always associating with the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then the Mahamantra will take us to Krishna. There Sumantra took Bharata towards the path to Ramchandra. Okay, so if you see very deep into these different names, you would understand very easily. And then one side Ramayana, you would relish Ramchandra, this Ramayana as well in a different level. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, have you got anything, Mataji?
Yeah, no, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. It's such a nice class. Listening that how Bharata, uh, that go to Rama and then bring him back to Ayodhya. But yes, when he met Guha, with the, so it's really nice. Prabhu. service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully, this Ramayana is also going on. So there is further. It's a very transcendental journey. Hearing Ramayana, hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Krishna book. It fill all our heart with love and devotion. Okay, thank you so much. Since you're happy, then we shall conclude this session and continue with further japa. Thanks so much. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha
पतितानं
patithanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo
Jai
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Mm.
Thank you.